Welcome back to the channel. Fuel upgrade on the XR4i, and for that we're going to need the car sausage. Have a look. When we bought this car, we noticed there was a few drips. As we said, there was an oil leak, a fuel leak, a water leak. So we've been through the oil. We're in progress with the water, and this is the fuel. Now, on the XR4i and other Sierras, there's a breather system on top of the tank, and that pipe comes out. This is what was on the car, by the way. Comes out at the top of the tank, and it runs around the tank, and it goes up and down. It has a high point, and then around into the middle, and that allows air. When you fill your tank up with when you fill your tank up with fuel, it allows air to come out the top of the tank, and then and the other way around, when you're driving, the fuel's going down, it allows air to come in the tank. Otherwise, the tank would squash. So it's a good system, but it's just an old system. So the up and down kind of thing is allowing fuel vapor to escape, which means is dripping fuel. If you look under the back of a lot of Sierras, it has like a little bell in the middle, and that's where the fuel vapor gets out and drips. I don't like that because I don't want fuel leaking out of my car. No one wants fuel leaking out of the car. It's just how they made the cars. So I've had to come up with a system to improve it. This is the pipe, the breather pipe that was on the car when we bought it. Now, I'm not convinced this is the original pipe. I'm pretty sure this is off someone's fish tank, but that was what was on it. If you look on your car, it'll be a similar pipe. So what I've done is I've upgraded the pipe now. So we've put 5mm silicone fuel rated hose on there. And then if you look under here, we've sausage light and closer. We've run that to the top of the tank, to the breather, and we've added this little beauty here. This is the pipe upgraded, and then this is, and it's basically a breather valve, and then that continues in the same route as the original one did, but this is in the middle now. I apologise for the grey cable ties. I didn't have any black ones, but they've just held on with cable ties from the manufacturer anyway, believe it or not. So that pipe follows around the tank there, tucked in there, comes out into the middle like that. And like I said, the original will just have had a little sort of, look like a ding-dong bell on the end of it. Basically, it's just an improvement, I think, from what was original. If I built a racing car, I'd put that on. What that little valve does is it allows the air to go in and it allows the air to go out, as long as that is on the right angle. So if your car moves angle, so if you're driving vigorously and it's going a bit like that, it'll stop any vapor coming out. If your car rolls over, more importantly, it locks the exit. So why have we upgraded it? Well, if you imagine it's just an open to atmosphere a hole at the top of your fuel tank. So if you roll over, that fuel's coming out of that car. That's dangerous. If you drive too fast and it's full, fuel's coming out of that car. As well as the danger factor, there's the cost of fuel, isn't there? Because if you've got open to air fuel, then you're going to vaporize. Your fuel's going to vapor. That's why there's never any fuel in this car. I thought it was just because it was a thirsty car, but it's not. It's because it's vaporizing, isn't it? Because it's allowed. If it's in a sealed container, it won't go anywhere, but it's not. It's allowed to breathe. So now that valve should, in theory, stop that. Now, I might be wrong. Drop a comment. Should the original have had one on? Would there be some kind of carbon-filled filter on this car? Would the car originally have had something similar fitted? I don't know, because all I can go off is what was on this car when I bought it, and all that was on this car was that one pipe open. I've looked at someone else's car, a same car, and that just showed it was a different type of pipe, but it made the same route, and it had the little bell on the end. So I don't know, but I know that Ford maybe later on did have sort of a carbon filter that also stops the smell of petrol. Drop a comment if you know, maybe that was on a later model, maybe it was missing completely from this, maybe I'm completely on the wrong path and we shouldn't do it. But all I know is we've all seen that video, haven't we, that car setting on fire. I'm not saying that this is going to set on fire, I'm not saying that your car is going to set on fire, but any maintenance you can do on the fuel system, you should be doing it. Pipe clamps, check them, make sure they're tight. If they're rubbish, change them for good ones. Pipes, check that they're okay, check your rubbers are okay. Are you putting the right fuel in? Is the ethanol in the fuel eating your fuel lines and going to cause problems? Just check the system. These are old cars, they're 40 years old, and we've got to be safe. Please, please, please go through them. Another thing to look for, rusty fuel tanks. It might look perfect on the bottom, but when you drop it down on the top where the water's been sat, you can just put your finger through them. Anything you can do to do that, just do it. You know, it's not expensive to do. It's just time, and it might save your car. I'm going to swap the fuel filter while we're at it because we're doing the full service. This just in here. It's dead easy to do. I know one of the lads has asked me how to do it before now, so I'll quickly show you. There's a 17mm banjo on this end. There's a 19mm banjo on this end. There's a 27mm beastie of a socket, of a plug, whatever you call it, nut there, and that's where you want to hold it. So don't undo your clamp, leave that clamped. You can use the clamp and that'll help you 27. That locks the filter, and then whack your, don't forget to put your something underneath it to catch the fuel, and then just crack that one, crack your 19. Same on the other side, it locks the whole filter that one position, so you can crack that, crack the 17. These banjos are just finger tight now, so whip them out. Massive thank you to our sponsor, Scenic Car Tours. There's the evidence we was there this year. If you'd like to join us next year at Ford Fest or at any of the other events that they do this year, please use log on, link in the description, discount code DFF50, and yeah, let's see you there. When you pull the banjo out, there'll be a little copper washer on this end, and then your doodah goes on there. A second copper washer, it'll just sandwich it. But obviously when you're doing this, the copper washer just drops on the floor, so we'll have to pick that up out of the bucket in a minute. Both banjos out, we'll undo that bolt and pull the fuel filter. New filter, pop your ends off. Some filters come with new banjos, obviously not that one, and it gives you a little direction arrow on it. We should have paid more attention before we took the other one off. Slide the filter back into the clamp, tighten the clamp. We saved the old copper washers, one there, and that goes through your banjo like that. If you can see, right down there, and then your other copper washer goes over the other end of it there to make the second seal, and then it just screws with your fingers nice and tidy all the way in. 27mm back on the locker, back on your big bolt at the end of the filter, 19mm onto your union or your onion, whatever you want to call it. Now when you're tightening it, you've got to hold it so it doesn't spin round, because it'll just try and spin round on itself, and then it ends up pointing in the wrong direction. So tell it where to be. Yep. And that's the fuel filter done. If you take something from it, fantastic. That's how I change fuel filters. It's never done me any harm. Apart from breathing in the fuel makes you a bit crazy. There is some fuel that's dropped into the bucket down below, and at today's fuel prices, we could arguably put that back in the car. Well, don't forget, if you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, please help push the channel. The channel's doing really, really well. I'm really happy, and it's all for you. Your guys are doing it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. We've got loads more stuff to come with this XR4i. We really have. At the minute, we're just going through it, checking things and getting the basics done, so we're happy with driving it. Then we're going to take it out a bit and have some fun with it, but we are going to go through it. We are going to go top to bottom, left to right with it. But at the minute, there's just a number of small things that need to be fixed. I can't drive a car with an oil leak. I can't drive a car with a fuel leak, and I can't drive a car with a water leak. The basics are there. It's just my OCD that. These cars just leaked oil anyway all their lives. That's what they were like. But anyway, thanks for watching. Adios.